Now let's go to the third row. First, let's select this row and rename it as row main switch. I click the rename button here and type as row main switch. The height of the row is given as fit contents and the width is also adjusted as fit contents. Next, let's add a switch to the row main switch. Again, a switch under the user interface of add components is dragged into the row in this way. Click the rename button in properties here and rename this switch as switch main. Let's set the value of the switch to false here. The code for the tint color is #D0021B. Again, the code #417505 for on tint color is typed here. Okay, now we have finished designing the row main switch. Next, you need to add another column below the row main switch. In this way, I drag a column under the layout of add components into the screen. Now look at the box showing components. This column has been added to the row switch. This column needs to be removed from here and added below the row main switch. Before that, we click on the small arrow in front of the row main switch and minimize the row. Okay. Now in this way, the column is dragged down to the row main switch. Okay. Now let's rename this column as column mains. I click the rename button here and type as column mains. Let's type the meter image as the background picture in column mains. Also, the vertical alignment of this column is given as top. Next, I add a row to the column mains again. In this way, I drag a row under the layout of add components into the column mains. Let's rename this row usage mains and the vertical alignment is given as top. Next, I drag a label under the user interface of add components into this row like this. Let's add another label in the same way. I select the first label and rename it as label energy BD. Let's give the text here as 0. The font size is given as 80 and bold is selected for the font weight. Next, select the label and rename this label as label unit. I click this rename button and type here as label unit. And let's give it as units for the text. For this, the font size is given as 18 and the font weight is adjusted as bold. Also, from the margin settings, the top margin is given as 40. Okay, we have now finished designing the Smart Energy app. Click the live test button here and see how this screen is displayed. If it's made this way, you little ones are very successful. To see the creation you made, WhatsApp it to the phone number Note 76 812 5244. Tell your friends about the creation. Send it to me and also send it to your friends to see this app. And one more thing, you too join the DP Coding School Telegram group and try to be the DP Code Champ Best of the Week once every week. For that, keep in touch with us. And one more thing, join our DP Coding Club and now you can start a DP Coding Club in your school. We are ready to give all the guidance for that. If you want to start DP Coding Clubs in any school where computer labs are available, make a request to the principal to the email address info@dpcc.lk. So let's meet with another interesting lesson with DP Coding School. Have a good day.